Are you guys ready for your headliner? Those are dry. Ladies and gentlemen, this man tours all around the country. He's got a TV show in production, just filmed his first national TV spot last night. You know him, you heard of him, you love him, and he's here to destroy for you tonight. Give it up for the one, the only, Mr. Matt Ferrell! Not good with pressure. Y'all talk slower too? Okay. Imagine that's how things are going for you. I can tell already. Oh, shit. Hold on. I mean, you're not my type, but I'll take you home for your birthday. Is it really? Is it your birthday? How old are you? Yesterday was your birthday? That's all right. We'll sing you half the birthday song then. Everybody, what's your name? What's your name? That's not true, is it? It is, Paul? All right, everybody on the count of three, we're going to sing happy birthday to Paul. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Paul. Happy birthday to you. There we go. He's not of legal age yet, so settle down, ladies. Let's talk about something you could get for your birthday present. I just saw an ad for this the other day on Facebook. It was for a sex swing. Alright? But it's one of those sex swings that you hang on your door. Have y'all seen those? The sex swings you hang on your door? And it said that the sex swing was rated for 350 pounds. My initial thought was, who the fuck's putting a 350 pounder in that thing? Right? My next... Yeah, there you go. My next thought was, doesn't half of that depend on the door? Right? At my house, we're going to have to use the front door or the back door. Those are the only two that are solid, right? We use one of them hollow interior doors. That shit's coming down, right? We'll work it out, though. I don't know if Michael told you, I'm from Oklahoma. That's probably not going to make most of you happy. Oh, yeah? All right. And here's the deal. Hook 'em, I got you. Where I'm from, they're trying to pass a law saying that women can go topless anywhere men can go topless. But they're getting some pushback on this, and I don't really understand, like, what's the big deal? You know, like, what's the big deal? Like, at the lake, when we're out and stuff, how come women can't be topless just like me? Right? So I don't understand what the pushback, like, we'll test it out. Ladies, go ahead and take your tops off. We won't mind at all. You're almost there, ma'am. You're good. Oh, hell. I don't know, y'all, everybody drunk? Everybody having a good time? I'm a water guy. I had to slow down drinking. I got tired of waking up driving. That shit's no big. No good, no good. My concern was that when I slowed down drinking, it meant I'd make less bad decisions, which meant I'd have less stories to tell on stage. Turns out that's not the problem, because I do dumb shit sober too, right? Like, I always preface this story by telling people I'm very respectful when I see funerals on the road. Right? When I see a funeral procession, I pull over. When I see that it's a military funeral, I get out and stand next to my truck with a hat in hand because those guys deserve it, right? There you go. Yeah. But on this particular day, I didn't realize it was a funeral, right? I just paid my toll and merged back onto the highway, trying to figure out why this prick in front of me's got his hazards on, holding up traffic. Right? Now, have you ever gone to pass somebody and then you realize the reason they're going slow is because there's a cop? So you burn about $37 of fuel in about 14 feet? And you say, wow! And you get back off of it, oh, that's it. Ease back in. That's what I did, but it wasn't because it's a cop car, it's because the lead car was a hearse. Right? Like this pretty white. Oh, jeez. I just get back in. Now I look in my rear view and the car behind me's got their hazards on too. I just merged in the middle of a funeral procession. I panicked. I didn't know what to do, so I just turned my hazards on and said, fuck it, I'm with these guys. Right? Now my plan is that when we get on the highway, so when we get to my exit, I'll just bow out. No one will be the wiser, right? I fucked up, they took my exit. Right? I live out in the middle of nowhere, so when they take my exit, I know what cemetery they're going to. There ain't no way out now, guess what? Matt's going to a funeral. Because I didn't want to be rude. So here I stand at this funeral. I'm just standing next to the family section, hat in hand, trying to be respectful and be quiet. This old lady sitting next to me reaches her hand up. So I hold her hand, you know, leave her and I knew it was coming here pretty soon. She said, there's a seat open next to me. I said, yes, ma'am. So I scoot around her and sit down. Now here I sit holding hands with Aunt Linda. Yet she thinks we're related. This lady does not, I don't know anybody here. Right? And she's rude as shit. She talks through the entire sermon. I spent the whole time going, Aunt Linda, please keep your voice down. Now what's worse is, I don't know about y'all, every funeral I've ever been to, graveside's it. When graveside's over, everybody gets in the truck, goes home, right? Not this family. Aunt Linda looked at me and said, I rode here in a family car with my sister. It was too emotional. I don't think I can handle it. Can I ride to the wake with you? Could you say no? Hell, you ain't around me, Aunt Linda. Get your big ass in the truck. Let's go. Well, we went now. At the wake is where families bicker and argue over dumb shit, right? Why'd you pick those flowers? Why'd you spend that much money on this? Whatever. So I just tried to keep my head down the whole time. All I can say is the green bean casserole was fucking on point, man. Right? This family can cook. But now they all think I'm related to them. And I keep having to explain to my kids who these new relatives are that show up for holidays and shit. They ain't complaining no Christmas. It's pretty good this year for my kids. Aunt Linda's generous. Has anybody else ever been pulled over after a long night of drinking? What have you been pulled over for, man? She was eager. I said, you ever been pulled over? She said, goddamn right I have. Earlier today. So, anybody else been pulled over after a long night of drinking? I know it wouldn't hurt. No, just me? Okay, good. So I've had some help keeping the highway patrol afloat. Good job. Yeah, y'all are welcome. Now you get pulled over after a long night of drinking, the cop asks you a simple question, license and registration, right? And your drunk mind kicks in and thinks, I got this. And then just incoherent bullshit falls out of your mouth, right? So license and registration. It's like I was back there, and now I'm up here, I'm just trying to get some fried chicken. Even as a drunk, I thought, why'd you say that? But fried chicken does sound good. Mr. Ferrell, go ahead and step out. I said, how about I just scoot over? Let's take mine. I know where we're going. Let's carpool. Let's carpool. I will say this, since I've slowed down drinking, not all of my shits are emergencies anymore. Right? Because I was a drunk for a long time, which means that for a long time, I never had that feeling of, hey, next time we get close to the restroom, I should stop and go poop. I never had that. I always had, oh, I got shit! You know when you walk on your tiptoes and you don't bend your knees? Keep that clenched? That's what it was for me every time, man, every time. And it happens to you at very inopportune moments. You know, like when you're driving, and as soon as you get on the highway, so there ain't no exit for a while, you're like, oh, I got shit! Turns into that 1 foot butt clench where you're just pressing into the floorboard as hard as you can, sweating, right? Now, you turn into a logistics expert real quick, right? I'm like, all right, it's 3 miles to the next exit. It's 1 mile from that exit to the closest gas station. That gas station's got a key on a hubcap. You gotta walk around the back of the building. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Conclusion, I ain't gonna make it. We better come up with plan B, quick. My plan B was rummaging through the back seat of my truck looking for an empty 32-ounce cup. I don't know how good my aim is. We're about to find out. Because I ain't shitting in my pants, you know? Now, in doing so, I accidentally flip over my child's booster seat and realize it's bowl-shaped on the bottom side. Now, don't y'all fucking judge me. That's the first time in my life I'd ever heard the angels sing. I felt the warm light in my face when God was watching out for me. I pulled over in an active construction zone, climbed in the back seat of my truck, right? Reach in the glove box, grab my emergency Taco Bell napkins. Y'all got those? That's right, Taco Bell makes the best emergency toilet paper because they know exactly what their food does to you. There should be a dude standing at the door of every Taco Bell going, here you go, sir, you're going to need this or you get your house. Right? So I always keep a stack. So I'm hovering over my kid's car seat. I got a stack of napkins on the console in front of me. Active construction zone. There's dudes walking by the window. I'm just fucking waving at people. It's like a parade everywhere. If I had candy, I'd have thrown shit to them. The problem is when you shit in your kid's car seat, what do you do when you get done? I put that bitch out on the shoulder of the road and kept on driving. I wasn't going to ride around with it, you know? I called my wife at work and said, babe, when you get off, we got to go buy a new car seat. She said, oh my God, what happened? I said, I had to poop. She said, shut up, I don't want to know anymore. I wish that was a made-up story. But yeah, I'm in my 40s now. I turned 40 longer ago than I'd like to admit. But I heard something my whole life growing up that I never understood. I always thought it was just, first of all, let's take a poll. How many 40 or above make noise? Everybody under 40 make noise. Alright, listen up, bitches. I'm about to drop some wisdom on you. Now, this is the truth. I always thought, when I heard it as a kid growing up, I thought it was just my grandpa and dad and everybody. I thought it was just them being silly. I didn't know when they said never trust a fart after 40. That's goddamn gospel, all right? Now, here's the problem. Farts are funny. And they're always going to be funny, especially between dads and their kids. There ain't nothing better than crop dusting your children, right? If I can pass one of my kids at the hallway at home, let one rip and hear them gag by the time I get to the end of the hall, that's a win for me. If I can hear, Dad, that just made my day, right? Problem is, I don't want to hit them with no silent but deadly. I want my kids to know who the assassin is, right? I want max volume. Max volume is achieved by lift, push. When you turn 40, that turns into squeeze and ease, just to be sure. Right? That's a rule. But I didn't realize how serious it was. And here's where I learned. We're school clothes shopping, right? We get in the store, my kids spread out, go look for their own stuff. So I'm walking down, looking down every aisle, trying to find them. I found my son knelt down, looking at some shoes on the bottom shelf, and I thought, bingo, I'm about to light his ass up. So I walked past him, lift, push, kept on walking straight to the truck, because I shit my pants. So, fuck, they weren't joking. Here's the problem, we still had 2 more stores to go to after that. We didn't go, I drove right past them. My son said, Dad, ain't we gonna stop? I said, no. He said, why not? I said, mind your fucking business, son. Of course, when you're riding along in the truck, somebody just shit themselves, it's gonna take long to figure out what the problem is. Dad! Wish that was a made-up story, too. Don't worry, though, I'm a slow learner. I got one more of those. We're having movie night at the house, right? Everybody's in their lounging clothes, just kind of relaxed. We got a movie going. About midway through the movie, I decide I want some more popcorn. So I get up, I go to the kitchen, I throw a bag of popcorn in the microwave, I come back to the corner of the living room, I'm just going to watch the movie from here instead of walking in front of everybody. I don't want to ruin the movie for them, right? But I see the way that my daughter's laying kind of in a compromising situation on the lounging part of the couch. And I thought, bingo, I'm about to light her up. So I sneak up on her, lift. Remember the rule and abort mission, back out. Woo, just in time. I go back to watching a movie. Something hit me in my calf. I thought, what was it? Son of a bitch! Now, obviously, I got to go take a shower, right? So I just go straight back to the shower. Here's the problem. Nobody else in the house knows what happened. So all my wife knows is in the middle of the movie, I started popcorn and got in the shower. What goddamn sense does that make? And that's the exact question that she asked. She came in the bathroom. She goes, why in the hell, in the middle of a movie, would you start popcorn and get in the shower? I said, because I shit my goddamn pants! She said, oh my God, don't make me laugh! Because that's the difference in men and women. Men over 40 they go pee-pee, right? That's how I test jokes at my house. I run jokes past my wife. If she crosses her legs, that shit makes the list, right? We're a team, man. We're a team. Working this shit together. Thank you. Who talked you into coming? You are not fucking enjoying yourself at all. She's looking at me like I made her come. I didn't do it. She smiled now, though. Fuck it, we got it. What I do as comedians, a lot of times you come on stage and you go, that don't work. Nobody's having a good time at all. Let me see if I can change that. I'm either going to fix it or fucking ruin their night. One way or the other. I'm either going to have it. I just came to listen to some fucking jokes, not to get everybody to sing happy goddamn birthday. Sir, just remember, that shit was her idea. I'm not a singer, obviously. I was not born with any talent. I'm relying all on personality here. That's all I got. So, but God, you're going too far. I won't give him a blowjob either. A song is all you're getting, buddy. Oh, shit. Another thing 40 did, 40 made me fat. Pretty sure I was fat before 40, but we're going to blame this shit on something. That's what I'm going with. But and there for a while, it wasn't the kind of fat where I said, hey, babe, I need bigger britches. This kind of fat where I came out of the bathroom and said, babe, we need bigger towels. I wrapped a regular bath towel around me. It looks like a slutty cocktail dress. Got to split up the head. I'm coming out of the bathroom feeling myself. So now we got all bath sheets in my house now. That shit wraps around me twice, all bright color. She said, I'll fix that shit. Want you feeling sexier than me? We ain't doing that. 40 also made me a puss, man. I used to be tough. I used to ride bulls and fight men twice my size. I'm not saying I was good at either one, but I fucking did it. Right? I used to be fearless, man. I used to think I was 10 foot tall and bulletproof until somebody pointed out I'm 5'8" and I've never been shot. There's a big damn difference in those two attitudes. Right? Fearless. A couple weeks ago, we went to eat at Olive Garden. I got up, I had to go to the bathroom. I go in there and I sit down in the bathroom. That toilet seat shifted about half an inch. Scared the fuck out of me. You ever sat on a toilet seat and some bitch shift and their whole life goes before your eyes? I ripped the toilet paper off and was like, God damn! I'm not the kind of guy that usually complain, but I walked straight to that hostess, handed her roll of toilet paper, and said, "You fix your goddamn toilet seats." Got me over here crying in front of my kids and shit. Scared the fuck out of me. There's another thing 40 did. 40 affected my hair growth, and by that, I mean, it didn't turn gray, it just started turning loose. Everywhere except for my ears, my nose, and my ass. For whatever reason, the hair in those areas is fucking really ramped it up, you know what I mean? Before 40, I had trimmed my nose hair maybe twice in my life. Since I turned 40, I trim them bitches 3 times a week. I don't know, like, God damn, what's going on? This shit just blends right into your mustache, don't it? Half of that is nose hair. And the problem at my house is that my wife loses more hair in one day than I've grown in my entire life. Right? Her hair is fucking everywhere. I tell you, this is how bad it is. At one point, we used to have a cat. I came home one day, the cat was packing its shit, going, I can't fucking deal with all this hair. Left. And I don't know how this happens either, but somehow the hair falls out of her head and migrates to the crack of my ass. Every day when I shower, I pull a clump of her hair out of my ass crack. And we don't do no freaky shit, so I don't know how to fucking got there. Now here's another thing. My wife and I have been married for 23 years, almost 23 years, right? Yeah. She's a fucking saint. She's a saint. We've been through everything. We've been ups, downs. We've had money. We've been broke. Mostly broke, but we've been through it all, right? We're solid. Nothing will ever fucking beat us. The one thing that might bring us down is that when I shave, if I don't rinse the sink out perfectly, she loses her fucking mind. Now, a clump of her hair in my ass, keep your fucking mouth shut. One speck of this in the sink, what the fuck? You just decide not to clean up after yourself anymore? Like, was it really that bad? Situation at my house. have to take it. Yeah, here's what it's in my ass. You know what I do? Just keep my fucking mouth shut. That's how you stay married for 23 years. You don't say shit. Another thing, this is things that you learn and you've been married for a long time. When my wife says, do you think that we should do something, she's not volunteering. What she's saying is, you should go do that, right? When it's an ice storm outside and she says, do you think we should go bring the dogs in, she ain't fucking putting her shoes on. Right? What she means is, get after it, buckaroo. Something that, this is an observation of mine. I know that no matter how hard I try, I will never be able to match the look of contentment on my wife's face when she takes her bra off after a long day. I'll never be able to compete with that. I'll never be able to compete with that, but I'll fucking try. My wife hates that I don't use GPS sometimes. Drives her fucking insane. Matt, put it in the GPS. I'm like, no, I got it. I know the general direction. Listen, here's the deal. I've never been lost in my life. We've wound up on a few adventures. Right? I wouldn't call it lost. Man. And here's the deal. Like, I don't know if this is 100% a man thing. It might be. We just don't stop and ask for directions. Like, we'll figure it out. Like I said, we know the general direction. We'll get there. Right? It's in us from the very beginning. Think about sperm, right? A sperm comes out, he ain't got a fucking map. He's just gonna keep going until he figures out where he's supposed to be. Works every time. But it's gotta be that way, because you gotta think, if an egg was coming to the sperm instead, shit would take 9 months longer just to fucking happen, right? That egg stopping and asking for directions 14 times. Right? The other thing about GPS is I've got my GPS set to an Australian woman. I don't know why, but I think an Australian woman, I think it's sexy sounding, right? So I got my series set to Australia. And every time she tells me a direction, I say thank you. Right? Like, we got a relationship. The other day my phone glitched though, and it switched from Australian to German, and I got fucking defensive. Right? She said turn left, I turned left, and all of a sudden it went 9, 9! I was like, whoa, bitch, you better back up! On my wife's phone, it's just a regular Siri voice. Like, she didn't have to send anything crazy. Just a regular Siri voice. But I'm riding with her the other day, and her phone glitched, and all of a sudden it was a man's voice. And I looked at her like, I was just, damn, you trying new shit? That's cool. That was not it. She whipped it over on the fucking shoulder, and I'm like, whoa, what's going on? She goes, I'll be goddamn if a man's going to tell me where to go. I'm getting this shit straightened out now. Yeah. My wife is a good person. She's a good, honest, outstanding person. Except every time we get the bill at a restaurant, she turns into a klepto. Bad. She got that to-go box. It's got 4 different fucking forks in it. Right? We've got one of those cheese graters from Olive Garden. I don't buy cheese like that, you know? None of our silverware matches. We got 3 of those things that they bring you tortillas in at Mexico. Our tortillas stay in a plastic bag on the shelf. I'm not putting it in that. She's got a problem. I'll say this. Being married that long, things are still great. Things are fantastic. Wouldn't change it for the world, but things do change over time, right? Like blowjobs used to be offered. Now, I tell you this, if she ever says, hey, you want a blowjob, before she got the sentence out of her mouth, I've already got one leg out of my pants. You know what I mean? We've all heard that saying, there's no such thing as a dumb question. But we also all know that that's not fucking true, right? That's the dumbest question you can ask, ladies. Babe, do you want a blowjob? The answer 11 out of 10 times is yes, okay? And if your husband ever says, nah, take him to the doctor. There's something wrong with him, right? Get him checked out. Something's wrong. But I will say this. Now blowjobs are used more like a currency, right? She's like, hey, if you'll take the kids to school, I'll suck your dick when you get back. And let me tell you something, this bitch is so far in debt, she ain't ever getting caught up. She don't pay up on that shit. Right? Hey, she said so true over there. Who's on my team over here, yeah? And Roadhead. Roadhead, like, we used to, like on long road trips, I'd say, "Bam, hey, I think, what helped me stay awake? Get after it. Get 23 years in and see how that shit works." Because now I go, "Hey, babe, I'm tired, man. I think some Roadhead would help." She goes, "No, it's all right. Pull over. I'll drive." And it's okay, because now I know that that's how the system works. I just use that shit to my advantage, right? If I get tired of driving, I just mention a blowjob. If I just ask her to drive, she'll be like, I don't really want to drive. But hey, you want to suck my dick? Now pull over. I got you. Pull over. Pull over. We're starting a petition. If we can get a paper passed around. I feel like y'all up here feeling sorry for me and shit. So, I promise you, that's never been yelled at me while I was on stage. She should suck your dick! We get her picture, she's going to fucking wall of fame over there. It's awesome. We've been married a long time. We still have a lot of fun in the bedroom together, and by that I mean we watch awesome shit on TV. Like, most common sexual position in my house is doggy style, but it ain't what you're thinking. It's where I sit up in bed like a dog and she rolls over and plays dead. Not too long ago, we were laying in bed watching Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I hate that show because I ain't smart enough to answer any damn questions. So I said, "Baby, you want to have sex?" She said, "No." I said, "Goddamn, take your time and think about it. You got to answer so quick." I said, "Is that your final answer?" She said, "Yep." I said, "Well, I'd like to phone a friend." Glad y'all laughed. She didn't think that shit was funny at all. Yeah. Y'all be sure to tip good. He's a single dad trying to put 9 kids through college. Help him out. All right. I believe you. We're watching TV one night and a commercial came on for blackpeoplemeet.com. And this is how good my wife knows me. She didn't ask any questions. She just handed me the laptop. She knew I wanted to make a profile, right? This is how my mind works. Now, I got on there and I was 100% honest. I didn't try to act like I was a black guy. I was 100% honest. I'm a 6'4" white guy, does bodybuilding in my spare time, and I'm a professional artist. I was honest. And it worked, man. They hooked me up with a real nice Chinese guy. So, it didn't work the way I wanted it to, but beggars can't be choosers, Let's talk about tattoos for a second. Who's got tattoos in here? First of all, I'm not going to talk shit about tattoos. Let's just go over some shit that everybody should abide by, right? Like, I don't know if you realize this, those things stick around for a while, right? Think about it before you get it, right? Don't get whatever cartoon character is popular right now. Think about what shit's going to look like when you're 60, right? Think about if you're a big SpongeBob SquarePants fan. You got a SpongeBob tattoo on your leg. When you turn 60, that shit's going to look like a cancer spot, right? Just a yellow blob on your leg, If you're a Tasmanian Devil fan, that shit's going to look like a poop emoji, right? Which might still work out. That might still be cool. Chinese letters. Anybody got Chinese letters in here? You don't know what the fuck that says. Yeah, it's love, peace, and harmony. Bullshit, it's Kung Pao chicken. They lied to me. Like, no, I looked it up on Google. I don't give a goddamn. You can't believe everything you read on Google. I had a pop-up on my computer the other day that said I could add 3 inches and 3 easy steps, and all I got was fucking carpal tunnel. And even if you're getting something in English, for fuck's sake, spell check. Nobody wants a tattoo that says no regrets. Y'all remember when the baby footprint tattoos were real popular? And it's a cute idea. It's cute unless your kid was born with abnormally large feet, right? Which, and we know a girl, her kid fucking born with some goddamn skis on him, right? And she went ahead and got a tattoo on her. She got it tattooed up here on her chest. Here's the problem, she's got big tits. When she's 60, them motherfuckers gonna be south, right? Them footprints gonna look like she was drop kicked in the chest by a Sasquatch. you get that shit? How many people got kids? How many parents are in here? There you go. Congratulations, get a night away from them. Oh, they're here with you? Where's that? Those are your kids? I had a line of questions already, if that was true. I got 3 kids, and I like them all, you know. All right. I got two sons and a daughter. My daughter's the oldest, and I talk a lot of shit about her. I don't talk about my boys very much because boys are so easy, right? How many people have sons? Make noise. How many people have daughters? Make noise. If you have both, then you understand. If you don't fully understand. But here's the deal. Boys are so fucking easy, right? Boys require 3 things in life, and if you did more than this, you wasted time and money, right? Boys need someplace to sleep, something to eat, and plenty of conditioner in the shower. And it don't matter what kind of hairdo they got, right? Here's the difference between boys and men in the shower. We're going to take 45-minute long showers. Here's what we're doing, right? Boys are doing science, right? They're learning about their anatomy. They're learning about biology. They're learning which lubricants work the best. You know, science. If you ever step in the tub after your son and slip, you don't know best conditioner, right? Right? Now, grown men in the shower, 45 minutes, here's what we're doing. We're catching water and bombing our feet. We ain't doing nothing nearly as entertaining as y'all thought we were. Sometimes I'll get wild and crazy, I'll bomb my dick, but I gotta suck in to do it. Either that or we'll let the water run down our arm, we'll act like Spider-Man, aim for the drain. One man in here says he ain't ever done those things, he's a fucking liar. If he'll lie to you about that, ladies, you don't know what else he's lying about, I'm just saying. My boys are easy. Both my boys are dumber and shit, but they were easy to raise. One of them's 20 and one of them's fixing to be 16 here in just a few days. And here's the deal. We went on vacation not too long ago, and we went east. And I saw one of those Civil War reenactment places, right? As we were driving, I said, shit, that'll kill some time. That'll be fun. I bet both these motherfuckers which team was going to win. I made $40 on this deal. Them motherfuckers thought that they changed every time they went out, right? I bought us tickets to the Harlem Globetrotters next week. I'm like, oh yeah, these guys are dumb, man. My son was driving the other day, went to the bank. It was bill paying day, so I went to the bank. I said, I got to get $500, all big bills is fine. Tell her, said, you bet, I'll be right back. She walks away. My son said, ain't all bills the same size? So you fucking kidding me right now? Fucking idiot. Now my daughter, on the other hand, my daughter, she's probably my best friend too, right? She's probably my best friend on the planet. She's also the only female I think about punching in the face on a regular basis, right? Because my daughter drives me absolutely insane, man. She calls me every day. Every day she calls me, and I always answer the phone because I'm terrified of being that parent on the news going, oh my God, the one time I didn't answer. You know, I don't want to be that guy. So I answer every time, no matter what, right? But she calls me with dumbass questions, right? She'll call me and go, Dad, I got an important question. I said, no, you don't. You save those for your mom. You call me with dumb shit, right? She called me and she goes, Dad, listen. If I was to get kidnapped, bitch, who do you think you are? Nobody's fucking kidnapping you. Like, what are you talking about, right? Listen, Dad, if I was to get kidnapped, would you go all Liam Neeson on him and come get me? A couple things you need to understand. Number one, I don't fight real good. Right? Number two, I ain't got no money to pay your ransom. My advice, make the best out of a bad situation. Hopefully they'll let you go. I don't know what to tell you, kid. What? The other problem is that every phone call has to be Facetime, right? Like, great, now I got to stare at a 2-inch version of you while we have this conversation, right? But I always answer, and she calls at very inopportune times. You know, she called me one day, I was in the middle of changing clothes. So I stood up real straight, make sure the camera's from the chest up so she don't see nothing she don't need to see. Forgot about that mirror on the wall behind me. She's like, Dad, you, man? She called me one day as in the middle of taking a shit. I sat up real straight on the toilet, made sure the camera's from the chest up, but she recognized the acoustics you only get from a bathroom. She said, "Are you pooping?" "Yeah, what do you want?" God forbid that day she called me, I was in the middle of a wank. That's a tough one to play off. She was worried. I answered the phone, I didn't have a shirt on, I was sweaty and out of breath. She thought I was having a fucking heart attack. She goes, "Oh my God, are you all right?" "Yeah, bitch, I'm fighting a bear, what do you want?" "Man, who's calling me?" Technology fucks me over like that all the time, man. One day, my wife got up, she's leaving for work early one day, and she said, "Hey, can you take the boys to school today?" I said, "Yeah, you bet I got it." So when she leaves, I checked the time. I said, "Shit, I got time to rub one out before I get my day started." That's exactly what I did. I reached for my cell phone, looked up whatever sick shit was going to do it for me that day. Got to work, knocked it out. All right, now I got to shower and get the boys to school. So I showered. "Boys, load up." We get in the truck, I start my truck, my phone connects to my truck. Yeah. The orgy I had just been watching in my bedroom was blaring through the truck speakers. And it ain't hard to turn your radio down, but under pressure, I pushed every fucking button on the dash with the right one. I inevitably turned that shit up. Then you gotta try to play it off. You're like, "Oh, you know that Wayne, he's always sending me crazy shit." My oldest son looked at me and said, "Shit, Dad, I saw that same video yesterday." It's the problem with the internet, our kids got the same one. Could you live, would we live without the internet? We would make it, we wouldn't like it. We don't give up all the conveniences that we have now, all the fake friends and likes that we get to make us feel good about ourselves, right? No Facebook, no Snapchat, no Instagram. My wife's weakness would be no TikTok. She can't go to sleep without TikTok, and I know because she falls asleep with it every night, and I wake up with some weird fucking song stuck in my head the next day. I wake up doing some kind of fucking weird dance and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Right? No Pornhub. Woo! That's usually the one people don't want to give up. Could you imagine going back to jacking off to a magazine like a fucking caveman? Some of y'all here ain't old enough to jack off to a magazine. I'd like to say I don't know how we did it, but I know exactly how we did it. I had a good fucking imagination. I could stare at a blank wall, get this shit done. I didn't need a magazine. Then that Sears catalog would come out and it's all plus-size women in granny bras. I was like, fuck it, cleavage is cleavage. Oh, shit. Right, think about this. Have you ever looked something up on YouTube, something real specific, how to fix something at your house or change something on your car, you know? And the next thing you know, it's 4 hours later and you're watching how the Vikings built their ship or some random shit like that. How the fuck did I get here? It's a YouTube wormhole. And Pornhub is just as bad. Right? That's what takes so long. When you're watching porn, you click with all these clips trying to figure out which one you want to watch. Right? You start off watching some innocent lesbian Christian porn. Next thing you know, it's 4 hours later and you're watching a midget take a horse dick down the throat. You're like, whoa, how the fuck did I get here? It's a wormhole, man. It's a wormhole. We're check the time, see how we're doing. All right. You're good? Did you say something? She said something. Oh, okay. All right, here we go. I got two more. One for the guys, one for the ladies. Okay? Guys, have you ever been in the middle of fucking, start thinking you're working with a little bit more than what you actually got? You don't have to answer. Your women already know. Okay? I'm talking about one of those nights where you get really into it, you think you're in one of those real good movies, you got one foot up on the nightstand and you're long stroking it, and then you pull a little bit too far, right? You know that spot between the puss and the ass? Right? A lot of people call it a tank. In my house, we call it a brick wall. Because I pulled too far, hit that son of a bitch head on full speed, folded my little dick in half, turned into a crippled retard, crying half through the floor. Woo! Shit! Some bitch ain't meant to bend like that when it's all filled up with blood. Bad deal. Now, although it caused her some discomfort, it didn't stop her from pointing and laughing at me while I lay there crying. I said, you better quit laughing. We almost had dolphin sex. She said, what's dolphin sex? I said, that's where I pull too far, hit you in the butt, and you go, little bit here. Going back to asking for road head and blowjobs and stuff. Let's get off on this real quick. Not get off on it. Just listen. Okay? Like I said, 23 years, that shit's not offered very much anymore. So when it is offered, I pull muscles in my back, getting my pants off, because I don't want to give her a chance to change her mind, right? She said, hey, babe, you want to play? I'm already got one leg out. She offered, she went down and she was doing a great job. She was doing a fantastic, she was doing such a good job that if you were to say, Matt, how was good this blowjob? I wouldn't be able to use words. I would just go, that's how good it was, right? Top 500 blowjobs I've ever had in my life. I ain't never had a bad one, right? If you say how good it was, I say, that's how good it was. And since she offered and was doing such a great job, I wanted to be a gentleman and let her know when we were getting close. Right? I want to be a gentleman about the situation. So I said, hey, babe, I'm about to, and that's all she let me say. She went ahead and come on up above it and let it flop. And that pistol went off. Y'all ever seen The Matrix? That's how I was like, no! Shot myself in the face. Guys, you ever got done with sex and she said, get me a towel? That was me. And I was like, oh my God, give me a towel. Years of her saying, don't get that shit in my eye. In this moment, I knew how she felt. Oh my God, it's gonna get my eye, hurry up. I was panicking, man. I don't know why I told y'all that story other than just brag I got a blowjob, I guess. All right, ladies, this last one's for y'all, and you're not going to agree with it, but listen to me all the way through the end, okay? Yeah, oh God is right. Drop some more gospel on you. Ladies, you make unrealistic requests in the bedroom.
Damn right.
Yeah. Now listen, and I'll explain myself to you, okay? Ladies, in the middle of sex, have you ever yelled out, deeper? Didn't you think this thing grew since we started? You think I'm holding back? Goddamn, I'm already arcing my back trying to get it all in there. I'm trying to fit balls as we... Deeper's not an option? Goddamn, that's all I got. In the middle of sex, have you ever yelled out, harder? No. If we're going any harder, neither one of us is putting pants on tomorrow. It's going to be too much pelvic bruising. I ain't doing it. Right? In the middle of sex, have you ever yelled out, faster? You trying to collect fucking insurance? Going faster, I'm having a fucking heart attack. We're working at my pace here. Right? Those are unfair requests. Here's how I can prove it. In the middle of sex, has your man ever looked at you and said,